Welcome back to the second part where we will get right to it. 来, second tone. 来, to come. 天气, weather. First tone followed by fourth tone. And 天 means heaven or sky, and 气 means steam or gas. And since a lot of weather types are basically just steam doing stuff in the sky in form of clouds, I think it's a pretty logical way of saying weather. And also, just like in the West, this is a great subject for small talk. So if you find yourself in an awkward silence, just talk about 天气. And another good question to ask any Chinese people you meet is where they live. And to be able to do that, you need 住, 住, fourth tone, to live, 住. And the word for who in Chinese can be pronounced in two ways, either 谁 or 谁. Both are okay, but it's important to know that both can be used in order to not be confused when they're interchanged in a sentence. So 谁 or 谁, who. But when it comes to weather, you'll need to know at least a couple of words to describe it, or there won't be much small talk at all. And 热, 热, fourth tone, means warm. So if I want to say that the weather is warm, I say 天气很热, 天气很热. The weather is warm. But since we are in a northern country, it might be even more important to know 冷, second tone. 冷 meaning cold, and the left here is the ice radical, which seems kind of fitting for 冷, cold. This word is very common in Chinese, much more so than in English, and it can be used to describe size, just like in English, but it can also be a title for people of a younger generation than you, this 小, third tone. And then you would say 小 followed by the surname. So, for example, if someone is surnamed Zhang and is of a younger generation than you, then you might call him 小张, 小张. But now, let's move on to some geography. Knowing just the basics of the Chinese map is crucial to not come across as ignorant or self-centered when you're doing business with China. So we're going to make sure that you don't. And first of the cities that we're going to go through is Nanjing, Nanjing, which is the second tone followed by the first tone. And perhaps you noticed that it's the same Jing as in Beijing. And why that is, you'll once again have to come to class to find out. The next city, Xi'an, lies in the very center of China and is the capital of the Shanxi province. And Xi'an has a history of more than 6,000 years and is very famous for its terracotta army and for being the starting point of the Silk Road, which you'll also learn more about in class. Guangzhou is located far to the south and is the capital of the Guangdong province. It's situated on the Pearl River Delta, very close to Hong Kong and Macau. And Hong Kong, in Chinese originally then, is Xianggang, Xianggang, which is a so-called special administrative region. And this is because Hong Kong was a British colony until 1997, when it was transferred back to China. However, the political system in Hong Kong remains different to that of mainland China. And the subject of how much democracy Hong Kong is to be allowed to have is a constant source of tension. But those were 4 new Chinese cities. Let's return to some more familiar turf. I don't think you need a map here. 德国, 德国 is Germany. And as with many countries, the name comes from the original pronunciation, which in this case is Deutschland. So the DE in Deutschland has become de in 德国. The same goes for 法国, 法国, where you can hear that 法 comes from France. And the same with 英国, where the 英 comes from the 英 in England. 美国 literally means beautiful country. 美 is beautiful. But 美 is mainly chosen here because it sounds like a short version of America. So if you like cram America into 3 letters, it becomes 美. So 美国 is America or USA. And last of the countries, we have 日本, which literally means rising sun. Here it's instead we in the West who have created a name that sounds like the way that Japanese people pronounce their country. As for 日本, it's not how it's supposed to sound in Japan. It simply means the land of rising sun. Last of all, we'll look at a word that many Chinese people don't even know, but for us it's very useful. 哥德堡, Gothenburg. Same with this word. The Chinese word is trying to recreate the original pronunciation with only Chinese syllables. And notice here that it's the same 德 as in 德国, that was Germany. So 哥德堡, Gothenburg. So these were all the words for this week. Let's jump right into some sentences where we make use of them. So first of all, 我的书在哪儿? 我的书在哪儿? 我的 my 书 book. 在 is located. 哪儿 where. My book is located where? Where is my book? 这条狗是谁的? 这条狗是谁的? This measure word, dog, so this dog, 是 is, 谁 who, 的 possession. So this dog is whose? Whose is this dog? 你有几个朋友? 你有几个朋友? 你 you, 有 have, 几个 how many? So how many, then you have the measure word there as well. 朋友 friend. So you have how many friends? How many friends do you have? 这把椅子是不是你的? 这把椅子是不是你的? So this measure word, chair, 这把椅子是不是 is not 你的 your. So this is the type of question I was talking about earlier, where you simply state the 2 alternatives that the responder can choose from. So you say either the chair is yours or it is not. So you say 是不是. So the responder then either chooses 是 if it is his chair, or he says 不是 if it isn't. So in this case, it isn't his chair, so he says 不是, which translates into no in our case. And lastly, 你住在香港吗? 你 you 住 live 在 location located 香港 Hong Kong 吗 question mark. So you live in Hong Kong question mark. Do you live in Hong Kong? And that was all for this week. I look forward to seeing you in class.